What is happening? I am Minnesota Vikings man 28. And today I'm going to be giving you my week 3 predictions. So, last week I didn't do so good. I went 8, 7, and 1. Not good, but above 500. Overall, I am 18, 12, and 2. So, not too bad. So, week 3 NFL predictions Jets and Browns. I'm going to say the Browns win this game. The Browns came close to winning against the Steelers and the Saints. Jets look very impressive against the Lions, but didn't look impressive against the Dolphins. I think the Browns are going to win this one at home. Bengals, Panthers. Bengals. I mean, they're looking amazing. They are 2-0. They beat the Baltimore Ravens, which I didn't expect them to do, but they did it. Panthers, they lost to the Falcons, but in a very close matchup, and then they beat the Cowboys week 1. I'm going to take the home team in this one, Cam Newton, and that defense is going to beat the Cincinnati Bengals, so I'm taking Carolina. Giants, Texans. Giants offense is looking very stagnant, can't do anything, while the Texans are, I mean, they lost to the Titans, which, very underwhelming. They almost beat the Patriots week 1, but, I think they can be on and off, but, but against the Giants, Texans definitely win. Titans and Jaguars. Jaguars beat the New England Patriots. And that's all I really got to say because the Jaguars are definitely winning this game at home. I do have to give props to Tennessee for winning against Houston, but Jacksonville's definitely the better team. Next, we got the Denver Broncos at the Baltimore Ravens. Now, Denver, Case Keenum has had some close wins against Seattle and what's that one? Oakland. But he has thrown some interceptions in both of those games, which really concerns me. Baltimore, they destroyed the Bills, but the Bills, and then against the Bengals, they almost made a comeback. They should have been in that situation to try to make a comeback, but they couldn't do it. But I really think the Ravens are a better overall team, so I'm taking Baltimore at home. Saints and Falcons. Saints lost to Ryan Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic, whatever you like to call it, and they almost lost to the Cleveland Browns. That doesn't look very good. Falcons, after week 1, I didn't know what to think about them, but week 2, they beat the Carolina Panthers. So that was very impressive. So I'm taking the Falcons at home. San Francisco at Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, if you have him in fantasy, you're doing amazing. I wish I would have got him, but, not that. Yeah, that's not the case for me, but, Jimmy Garoppolo pulled out a win against Detroit, but with Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey, and Kareem Hunt, there's no stopping that Chiefs offense. So Kansas City all the way. Next, we have the Green Bay Packers against the Washington Redskins. I really want the Washington Redskins to win, of course, but let's be honest. Aaron Rodgers, he's probably going to play. The Packers will win. I don't see, the Packers losing this game unless Aaron Rodgers somehow doesn't play. I want Adrian Pearson to run all over the Packers, but Adrian Pearson's, can show signs of aging sometimes. Good week 1, bad week 2. Indianapolis and Philadelphia. Carson Wentz is back for the Eagles, so that is definitely a plus. I think that offense will be much better with Carson Wentz. Of course, coming back from injury, we're not sure how well he's going to perform, but definitely, hopefully, he's better than Nick Foles. And then Indianapolis, I mean, lost to Cincinnati and won against a Washington team, which wasn't very good. Um, so definitely Philadelphia to win. Oakland and Miami. Oakland 0-2 right now under under Gruden. So that's definitely not going in their favor. Miami, I mean, they are on and off for me, depending on how they play. I mean, they are 2-0. I just wanted to make sure they were 2-0 because I'm like, yeah, okay, and yeah, they beat Tennessee and the New York Jets. Not the most impressive teams, but pretty good teams. I mean, I wasn't expecting them to win against the Jets after the Jets Week 1 performance, but hey, I mean, Dolphins can actually do something, and they're definitely going to do it at home against the Oakland Raiders. Next, we have the Buffalo Bills against the Minnesota Vikings. Who is going to win? I mean, especially who am I going to pick? Of course, I'm picking the Skull Minnesota Vikings. I mean, Buffalo Bills look atrocious. They look a little bit better now with their new quarterback, Josh Allen, but I mean, when you're facing a Minnesota defense at US Bank Stadium, you stand no chance. So, yeah, Minnesota. Then we got the Battle of LA. LA Chargers versus LA Rams. I like the LA Rams to win this game. Looked very dominant on both offense and defense. Gurley with the offense, and Donald and Sue on the defense. LA Chargers, a lot of it's based around Philip Rivers and Melvin Gordon. I don't think the Chargers really have a good defense. And defense wins championships. So LA Rams. Next, we got the Bears and the Cardinals. Cardinals can't do anything to save their lives. They got shut out last week, and I think they only scored 6 points against the Washington Redskins. Sorry, yeah, 6 points against the Washington Redskins. Cardinals offense can't do nothing, and especially now you're facing Khalil Mack. I mean, there's no way you're gonna survive. The Chicago Bears will win. Next, I got Cowboys and Seahawks. Cowboys, oh, man, that wasn't really an impressive win against. That was not an impressive win against the New York Giants. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to think about the Dallas Cowboys. So I mean, and I believe in Russell Wilson more than Dak Prescott. So I'm picking the Seattle Seahawks, especially since it's in Seattle. Next, we got Sunday Night Football. We got the New England Patriots and the Detroit Lions. Oh, Matt Patricia's facing his boss in Bill Belichick in Detroit, of course. I mean, Detroit hasn't looked good the last couple weeks, and I mean losing against the Jets, but they barely lost against the 49ers. So they're getting, better, but could definitely are definitely going to lose against Tom Brady. So taking the Patriots on the road here. Now we got our final matchup, Monday Night Football. Now, when I first got the schedule, I'm like, what kind of Monday night game is this? But now it's like, ooh, we got a Monday night game here. The Pittsburgh Steelers against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ryan Fitzmagic is playing at home and doing amazing stuff, throwing for 400 yards in his last 2 games. Amazing. Steelers haven't won a game yet. I mean, they tied against the Browns, but that you should really count that as a loss. So, and then they lost to the Chiefs, but the Chiefs, looked pretty very amazing. So, am I gonna take what's trending right now, or do I just go back to my basics? I mean, it has to end at some point. I love what Ryan Fitzpatrick's doing, but I can't pick them. I have to pick the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game. So those are my NFL Week 3 predictions. This has been Minnesota Vikings Man 28, and as always, Skol.